disastrous, disastrous, disaster. Wow, I can't say that word. Disastrous 3. Disastrously. Disastrously. This is how I crack an egg. 8 contestants in financial hardship take part in Money Game, a reality competition with 44.8 billion won up for grabs. To win the prize, they must endure 100 days in a sparse studio, as all purchases carry a 1,000 times markup subtracted from the prize. So when watching this series, you're definitely going to get feelings of things like Squid Game. There's a few themes that they've taken from there, not necessarily taken from Squid Game, but that you will find very similar. It is based off a webtoon, I believe, so if you've read the webtoon, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below with the comparison. I love how artistic this series is. I didn't expect it. Different aspect ratios, set design that looks weird, that puts you at ease and off ease. There are moments that you think, that's quite comfortable, and then you're like, no, this is wrong. It's 100% a psychological experiment. There was a recent movie or documentary on Hulu, I've got a review, I'll leave a link, about a real contestant that had to win prizes in magazines. He applied to like 200, 300, 400 a day to win rice, basic everything to survive.
I think it's a rather grotesque program.
There's a similar theme in here, but here we have people layered from 1 to 8. You have a room on one floor, you get a designated number, and everything you want to buy to survive costs 1,000 times more. But every minute you stay there, depending on what floor you are, is you getting more money, and the clock keeps going up. So all they have to do is be able to work together and survive the 100 days. But there are catches, there are diabolical catches, and that's where we get to see human nature take its turn when people think people aren't being as kind, or they're doing stuff wheelie-dealy behind the scenes. Now we get a number of actors here that really showcase that kind of devilness. People that you thought were good, that will slip and slide their ways into conversations and maybe make the group do one thing that they weren't expecting, or somebody that you thought was good all along that wasn't. The conversations that are had in here are devious, and you'll be shouting at the screen with certain characters for people to not do what they're about to do, or don't trust that person, or just amazed at how selfish people can be, or how altruism doesn't quite work in a situation like this. Because if you're kind and other people walk over you for your kindness, that is what you get in here. So every episode is uniquely created, wonderfully tense, strangely comic in its bounciness of pacing, in its dialogue that kind of lets us know that the situation is bonkers, and it's not funny haha, but it's funny as in watching these people go through that. You'll understand when you watch it. It's like weird dark comedy, really off the wall moments, but when you see what they buy, what necessities people class as necessities to survive 100 days, it makes me start thinking, what would I do? What would I get? And that's part of the joy and the fun of watching this, where you don't have to go through this, but you go, I wonder if I could survive 100 days, and would I be able to outwit all of these people in order to win the money? Or would I be the leader I want to be able to get these people to work together for us in order to have the most money at the end? Or are things going to go disastrously wrong? And of course they do, somewhat, because there wouldn't be much of an entertaining story then, and it wouldn't be 8 hours long. It's probably longer than 8 hours. The last episode is 68 minutes, so almost 70 minutes, getting close to feature length there. So they range with what story they're trying to tell. There are some exceptional actors in here: Park Hoo-jun, Bai Sung-woon, Moon Jung-hee, and if you don't know the names, you'll recognize them from other series that they've worked in and acted in together. They have an incredible creative team. I don't know if this is going to become as popular as Squid Game. I doubt it, because that was an anomaly, but I could see this taking off. It's not really been advertised that much. Even the trailers haven't been put out much with marketing I do feel like this could have been massive if Netflix and other PR agencies had promoted this much more. If you compare it to the amount of views that Squid Game got just for the trailers alone, you can kind of see how popular they're thinking this would be, because they haven't put much backing behind this at all, which is a shame, because this was really interesting, really different, quite dark, but riveting to watch. I love the relationships that formed, the teams within teams, the nuanced levels of people being one thing but actually being another at the same time, showcasing good and evil, bad and wrong, the multiple facets of people that you think are one thing but are actually another thing. Although the fact that people are just not just black and white, they're grey, and they'll do what they need to survive. Or if you happen to lean on the tendency of being a little bit more evil than most, then what would you do in order to get one up other people? If you were in a room, how much would you pay for toilet paper or a toilet? If you like my content, please do like and subscribe and share it around. It does help the algorithm let people know. Or click on another review that comes at the end. That really helps. So I appreciate your eyeballs. I hope you found some enjoyment out of this. I hope you enjoy this series as much as I did. I'm going to give this 4.5 Nicolas Cages out of 5.
You got one.
Thanks so much for watching, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.